Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to be looking at two aspects that stood out today that I want to dig into and kind of give you guys a glimpse of the energetic planetary forecast we got going on out here. I want to remind you guys, this forecast that I'm giving you is just the energetic aspects of the planets. Each planet exudes a certain type of energy, and so when the planets interact with each other, they create sort of a planetary climate, which projects onto our energetic world. And so it causes us to have certain feelings or situations that may, possibly come about. It's like, basically, it's the perfect storm, perfect energy for certain things to pop off depending on the placement and the relationship of the planets. So let's dive right in. We're gonna first start with the moon opposite Jupiter. Now let me remind you, the moon is in the fixed sign of Leo, which is a fire sign, and then we have Jupiter, which is in Aquarius, okay, and that's also fixed. So you got two planets that are in two fixed signs, okay? So with this energy, the moon represents our emotions and Jupiter represents expansion, vision, idealism, that type of thing. So we got the moon in the fiery sign of Leo, taking charge of things and being full of joy and optimism, because Leo is a very sunny sign. It's ruled by the sun. So anyway, we've got almost a too good to be true type of vibe going on with this energy. And you got the opposition. So let's start there. You got the moon opposite Jupiter. That means that our emotions, how we feel, is going to be opposite of expansion and idealism and visionary. It's basically, we feel good. We feel this wonderful, feeling, but we're not really able to live up to this feeling that we have. Like, we think we want to do something for somebody and all this great stuff, but in reality, when it comes down to it, that opposition creates a disconnect. It's like, yeah, I want to do all this stuff. You ever promise somebody you were going to do something because you felt all good about it, and then in reality you realize, oh my goodness, I'm in over my head. I'm not going to be able to do all this. Well, that's what happens with the moon in opposition to Jupiter. You feel great and you feel like you want to do all this stuff, but because of the opposition, because of the strain on the relationship, this opposition, you're not able to really do it. So, like I said before, this is a too good to be true type of vibe. So you feel joy and happiness, and it leads you to making promises that you can't even keep, which is really messed up. Okay? And so you're going to be taking chances without using common sense. I'm not saying that you're going to be doing this, but with this type of energy going on, it's possible that, you might get the feeling to want to do something like, I would say, for example, go gamble. You might be feeling so good. Oh man, I'm feeling lucky today. Let's go to the casino. When you really cannot afford to lose that money, you need to really be taking that money and go do something else. And you probably might. It's a possibility that the odds may be against you. So just because you feel like you might be lucky today doesn't mean that you should go out and gamble. This is all about feeling a certain way, because Leo is ruled by the sun. So the sun is like, it's kind of like making you feel all good. You got this good energy going on, but the opposition, it's opposing abundance. It's opposing, which is what Jupiter stands for. Jupiter stands for abundance and idealism and visionary. And so, it's creating a false sense of security, really, is what it's doing. Now, if the moon was in, let's say, for instance, in a sextile relationship with Jupiter, or let's say the moon was in a trine, then you would be fulfilling these things or striving to fulfill these goals and probably be very successful with it. But with this opposing energy, it's like it's tricking you into thinking, oh, because I feel good, I could do all this, but you're not gonna be able to fulfill it, because it's just a hopeful type of feeling, you know. So let's see here. So yeah, this is dangerous and short-lived. And let me remind you guys, the moon only stays in a sign for 2.5 days. And so the moon is going to enter into Virgo around 7 o'clock today, which is a more stable, rigid kind of sign, which is an earth sign. So you might not be feeling that feel good in a few hours. You might feel like, oh, I want to do all this for somebody and go gamble. But in a few hours, your emotions might be totally different. And you're like, oh man, I said I was going to do all that. I'm not going to be able to do all that. You know, the moon is our emotion, and it goes through each sign every 2.5 days. So our emotions are constantly fluctuating as the moon is changing up the energy, you know, as it goes into these different signs. So that's also something that you really want to keep in mind. Okay. So be careful for the next few hours, I would say for the rest of the day, be careful of any gambling and any overindulgence in drinking alcohol or drugging or whatever you do to have fun. You know, be careful, because you might find yourself in a situation that you didn't necessarily want to put yourself in. So, all right, so let's go. Let's head over to Venus square Pluto. All right. Venus square Pluto. We got Venus in the sign of Libra. Venus is really at home with Libra. Venus is very comfortable in Libra. And Pluto is in Capricorn. Pluto is comfortable in Capricorn, right? So Venus is the planet of love and money. And then you got Pluto and the planet of, Pluto is sex, transformation, and power. So the two planetary bodies are Venus and Pluto that are in a square. That is a strained kind of relationship, conflict, okay? There's conflict between Venus and Pluto, because Venus is in Libra, which is just lovey-dovey and, you know, just want everything to be cool, sweet, luxurious, and comforting. And Pluto is in Capricorn, and it's real stern and calculated and ready to take care of business and get things done. So with Pluto being ruled by the energy of sex and transformation and power, being squared by Venus, love and money, you're gonna have potentially issues with your love relationships, maybe your business partnerships, anything with partnerships, relationships, or love. This is how this energy is really going to play out in these type of situations. Okay, so I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but it's the perfect energy for it. So this energy is most likely going to show up in relationships or partnerships, like I said before, as a power struggle between the two parties. Okay, whoever the dominant party is in the situation, they're going to be throwing their weight around. Okay. And so I would stay clear of that dominant person if I can. Kind of just mind your business and, you know, fall into your own little space and do whatever you need to do to stay away from this crazy energy, you know, because nobody wants anybody kind of ruling over them and, you know, going through this power struggle. So, trying to think. Oh, okay. Emotional balance is the key with navigating this energy between Venus and Pluto. Okay, being emotionally balanced is key, and stay neutral in arguments. So if you guys do have a discussion or an argument, just stay neutral, because this energy is just bound to explode into a volatile argument. You're talking about Pluto. Okay, Pluto does not play. Pluto will tear you into shreds, eat you alive. That energy is crazy. I'm surrounded by people that are ruled by Pluto. Okay, Scorpio. Whew, that's some rough energy. So stay out of the way if you can of those dominant ruling, you know, people in our lives. Let's put it that way. And so I think that's all I have today, guys. If you enjoyed the information, the message that I gave you guys today for the, you know, astrological forecast, please like and subscribe. And if not, you know, hey, Give me, all feedback is good feedback. If you didn't like it, then darn it, dislike the video and tell me about myself. Tell me where I can improve. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the message, and I will see you again next time. Have a good day.